We're here in Cardiff City Stadium celebrating women in leadership and trying to inspire the next generation of women leaders to come forward and to start on that journey with confidence. And an opportunity as well for us to celebrate a really special partnership between BBC Cymru Wales and the Football Association of Wales in broadcasting women's football to the nation over the past 2 years and seen our audiences treble over that time.
There are challenges for women in leadership, but I really believe that women in leadership now are coming into their own. Yes, there were times that we were misunderstood, we were marginalized, and we still are underserved. However, I think in Wales and across the United Kingdom, people are waking up to the fact that women are vital.
We are here to celebrate our incredible Welsh women who are leading the way and kicking ass at the top of their field. We'll discuss how we create a better path for the women who follow behind them, and we've got an incredible guest panel for you guys tonight.
Leadership for me just covers all aspects. It's what you do in your everyday life that can inspire someone to, it gives them a drive and makes them want to make a difference. We haven't really often talked about women in leadership or put the spotlight on women that do really make an impact. So I think it's a great time now, especially in today's society, to really show that women are, we're making waves.
Women in leadership to me is inspiring others and challenging the status quo. As a female in a professional male-dominated industry, I think I do that every day by breaking down barriers and making golf in particular, because that's my sport, inclusive for all. So it's not just being someone who can relate to other women, it's being able to relate to everyone.
Listening to a lot of these ladies talk, there's a lot of myself I hear in that. Sometimes I doubt myself, am I good enough for this, am I good enough for that? But I just want to say to everybody in this room, you are everything you need to be everything you want to be. Whether you want to work on that and grow on that, everything is inside you so you can be everything you want to be.
It's spot on that a lot of women don't believe they can do certain roles because they don't fit 100% of the criteria. I see it all the time. I've done it myself, I see it with my friends, and I thought tonight, you know what, I'm just going to stop doing that. There are plenty of men that have that confidence and they also don't fill all that criteria, but it doesn't matter, they still go for these positions. So that's just a reminder to me, really. It's be more confident and believe in yourself, because you can do it. You're as able as the next man or woman.
You've spoken, Lowri, about your role models, and I have to say, you are one of my personal biggest inspirations. You have worked tirelessly to grow women's sport, you really have, and advocated for the power of women's sport, and that's really quite remarkable, and you are just one of many inspirational people that are in this room today.
There's loads of inspirations for me. Women leadership, we've got Rhuanedd and BBC, and she's fabulous, and she's really, really driving things forward.
Stephanie Frappart, she's a referee, as well as Cheryl Foster, Welsh referee. They've paved the way for female referees and a new generation of match officials.
My mum, my grandmothers, yeah, it's just really important for me to see women in leadership, whether it's roles within work or home or everything.
But my absolute idol would be Michelle Obama.
Her confidence and her stature is of much admiration to me. Her empathy and her kind nature, that shows me that you don't have to be brazen and demanding to be a strong leader.
I certainly hadn't considered going for the role of chair, and if it hadn't been for at the end of my first interview, the FAW staff saying, would you consider putting yourself forward? Inside I was saying no, but something within me still said yes.
Now, believe it or not, I have always been, and I know my colleagues find this really difficult to believe, I've always been incredibly shy.
I was that girl in class who, when the teacher spoke, I just went bright red and I hated drawing any attention to myself. And because of that shyness and that being quite an introvert, I've had to learn how to network. I've had lots of tips to help me along the way, and now I feel quite relaxed doing it.
You go not for what you can get, but what can I give? What are you bringing to the table? Who can you introduce people to? Who can you help? And that is the key to networking.
People like people who are like themselves, so you can build rapport a lot easier with other people if you can find a common thread.
Just be yourself. Yeah, I think it's easy for people to know you more and know more what you're about if you're just you, and you don't have to remember anything then because it's just all natural.
When we were growing up, our lived experience was that we waited our turn. But in this new generation, the young ladies aren't waiting their turn. They are going out, and they're not being brash either or aggressive, but they are understanding that they've got to take that power.
It's really important to raise the next generation up with us, which is also why it's important for the infrastructures to have women in leadership roles, so then the younger people coming through can see that and know there's space for them too.
There's so many lessons to take away from events like this, and it's unique to a lot of individuals. Just really get a feel for what's around you and what's out there. For example, I didn't know about the job that I'm in if it wasn't for the mentoring programme I was on. I didn't know that women could have different positions in football. I didn't know what the behind the scenes was like. So I think they're so important and key to not only growing the workforce, but the next generation of leaders and people who aspire to, aim big.